Modded.
Right guys, Andy Work back with Show Me the Modded Thing episode 55. Entries submitted by the 15th will get posted in the movie on the 20th. Spread the word. Let me get some more entries. I'm getting a lot of the same people, which I don't mind, but we'd like to see a bit of variety. And first up is one of our newer submitters, Zach F. And he's got, this is a Nerf Raven with a 3D printed worker body kit, which is a very nice looking kit too. I'm definitely going to have to get myself one of these. Painted black to match the 3D printed attachments. The blaster has a raised digital camo effect, a lot like other end-strike blasters. A tip to get rid of this besides sanding is to use a razor blade. Don't cut it with a scraper. He also says he uses this same technique for making the logo stand out, which I was going to ask about because that's one of the things that does stand out, as you can see in the images. Very nice, crisp and clear, and he simply scrapes off each successive layer of paint with a razor blade before proceeding. So, very nicely done. Really nice, clean, neat build, paint-wise, not a dirty old thing like mine. Nice, safe orange tip there for playing in public. Otherwise, an excellent looking blaster. Love your work, mate. Love your work. Okay, next up is Prince of Jank, and he said, here's a pair of blasters that I have created basically from scratch. The first one is a Mega Blaster that has been made from a toilet blaster plunger, which I then added a spring I got from Temu. And then added a handle from an exercise band I found in my scraps pile, and looks like I cut off another blaster, but I can't remember which one. Okay. The second blaster is made from a water squirter that fires Elite's half-darts and rockets. The barrel is from an X-Shot Pro Fury X with some inner barrel from an Elite blaster on the end to fire rockets. I got the handle off Temu and was originally meant for a single-shot rifle, but I couldn't be bothered spending all the money to get one. It is powered by an exercise band and a slingshot band. Okie dokie, so again he's going for the plunger blasters. They look perfectly functional. You'll see from the movie he sent they are perfectly functional. I wonder if a challenge for him would be actually to make an inline clip of one of these. I wonder if that could be done. But he can certainly do it with a Nerf blaster. I wonder if you could do it with one of these. There you go, Prince of Jake, there's your next project. Nicely done. Definitely got a thing for toilet plungers and stuff, but hey, whatever works for you. Okay, next up we have Papa Bludgeon. Yes. Now I have often said Papa Bludgeon is on the border between genius and insanity. Well, this is just, his passport's been revoked. He's insane. He's absolutely insane. This is weird, is an understatement. He calls it the Rail Slasher from Risha Sentai Tokyugu, whatever. It sounds like another Japanese thing. It's an X-Shot pixel sword that I've added 3D printed parts to. I have no FPS on it, and I'm pretty sure I shouldn't try to figure that out. Yeah, me too. Even though it does look like there's parts of his previous blaster on one end of it. It has a Picatinny rail clamp that allows me to attach my previous build. Yes, there we go. You might say I'm on track with my future build, and this is where the video comes in.
3, 2, 1. Train.
He also has some photos, which I'm not sure about the relationship, but he says it's for Merge Masters, and I'm assuming it's this double barrel thing. I cannot remember the name of the blaster for the life of me, but I'll put them up as well. And you can all marvel, laugh and point if you want, but there's no denying the creativity there. He's nuts. He's completely nuts. Okay. Now, this one is going to take some explaining. This is from Darty Base Dart. Okay, the first up he says is an Accu Trooper. Internally, I've simply removed the air restrictor and put in a 7K spring. I believe it has one of those worker reinforcement plates as well. Okay. I use a skateboard grip tape for the grip panels, and the rest is all cosmetic. To that end, I vinyl dyed some accents black and metallic black to darken the vibe. The faux suppressor is cobbled together from mod junk and PVC electrical conduit. The Zombie Hunter decal is a thematic touch and came with an official Canadian zombie hunting license. I didn't know you could get those. Okay. I wanted to pose with the blaster, with the license, but despair it cannot be located. If it turns up, I'll send a pic. Okay. This thing's gorgeous, for one. I love the bright orange body colour, very safe, all that sort of thing. Maybe somebody can mention in the comments, I've heard different things about this particular blaster, as in the different colours make it a collectible or not. Like the basic yellow one is, you know, a couple of bucks, but the dark blue one is a lot more expensive. Not sure if I've got that right, but somebody can set me straight on that. But let's keep looking at this stuff, because this is gorgeous work yet again. He is very creative in the way he does things. Now the bright orange, I don't know if that's painted or it's the actual base colour, but it's a stunning colour. Very nice work. And he's got it on one of these photos next to his other blaster he submitted. Now this, he says, is an Adventure Force Spectrum. I thrifted with none of its accoutrements. Thanks for that, I really like long words. I gave it my usual black scale paint scheme with ultra reflective orange glass tape on the internal barrel. Okay. Not noticeable in daylight, but it can be seen brilliantly through the muzzle detail in direct light, such as flashlight or camouflage. Oh, okay. The faux ACOG style optic is modded from an unmemorable Nerf accessory. Well, aren't they all though? Unmemorable? But painted up, they can look good. Logo sanded off, dyed black, and a polarised reflective lens has been added. I left the original rectangle in the thing because I thought it was cool. On top, I made a rear side aperture from the discarded Picatinny rail to mimic the backup irons usually featured on ACOG optics. I'm using a 12 dart work of full-length mag, and there are no internal or electronic mods. Oh, okay. That one's still available on the shelves here in Australia, and I've heard it's a pretty good little blaster. I might have to pick one up. Now, as you can see in the photo of the previous one, there's a, what's he call it, a Nerf Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Mayhem with a 6-shot orange modwork cylinder and upgraded with a spring and spacer. Okay, so that explains why there's a hammer shot in this photo. But that's it for the moment. Excellent work. Love your stuff. Since I only have 4 submissions this week, I'm going to add one of mine, which is the Fangs. I've just finished for myself, but it Rance from Hing Hip sent it to me. Thank you very much, Rance. Right, as you can see, it's a small concealable submachine gun type thing. I've painted up in my usual style, you know, ultra realistic and all that sort of thing, so therefore it'll never leave my shed. But it goes together really, really well. He's an excellent 3D modeler. What he calls the Wolves, which is the drop-in flywheel and pusher pack. I've just realised this body in this particular blaster goes with his previous Hildorf, I think it's called. And it's a dual flywheel setup with a teeny tiny battery that fits underneath the red and white check case at the top, on top of the cocking handle. It's a very tiny battery. I only just got it, but I'm still waiting on the pusher motor. I ordered some hardware from him like 2 weeks ago, and I've just found out it's still sitting in Melbourne waiting for customs to clear it. So that will actually, I'll put a film up of that running when I actually get it done. But as you can see, I've just painted it in my usual style. I've added a bit of wear and tear, smoke and soot sort of thing. It's a very realistic looking toy, so I have to be very careful with it. The folding stock works a treat. It's a very simple system he's got. If you do get this one, I would warn you now, once you're folding it forward, don't force it. Always keep the stock lifted over the locking pin right till it's on the side of the blaster, then you drop it, because there's a tiny little lump on the back part of the bracket that actually locks it in place, and if you force it like I did, you'll just wear it off and it'll be gone, and the stock in its closed position will flop about. So that's one thing you have to be careful of on that one. Other than that, it goes together really well. Didn't have any really problems, and it usually gives you full instructions and printing guides and hardware kits and everything. And just so you know, he has an actual a deal on at the moment. If you go to his site, which I'll put a link down below, and you order the Wolver 999 hardware kit, you get the STL files emailed to you for free. So that's an AKSU 74 lookalike Reed AK-47. Cool little toy. I'll put a photo of that in here too. And that is an open source model. He wants people to do things and make mods and add on bits and pieces, and it's already starting to happen. Somebody has produced a kit which gives it a wooden look stock and handle and a few other bits and pieces. Go and have a check out that stuff. And if you're a modder and you're looking at this and you've never submitted, please submit. Need some more content. Okay, guys, I will see you next time, and happy modding and be safe.
Train.